Anakin Skywalker was one of the most powerful Jedi to have ever picked up a lightsaber. So naturally, when he fell to the dark side and became Darth Vader, he only became more powerful. But what exactly could he do? Let's go ahead and dive right into it. Pretty much every single Force user has telekinesis, though a lot of the time we just see people using it to pick up rocks and pull their lightsabers out of a snow pile. Vader, though, went a little bit more hardcore with it, using it to throw his lightsaber at his son during Return of the Jedi. In Star Wars, the Force can be used to generate barriers that protect their wielders from dangerous projectiles or other elements. In the comic Darth Vader number 4, this ability is used to protect Vader from lava on Mustafar. Don't want a repeat of that last time, I guess. You remember in The Force Awakens when Kylo Ren used the Force to stop a blaster bolt in the air and just kinda held it there? That was Force Stasis. Vader was seen using this during Darth Vader number 20, when Vader utilized Force Stasis on a pair of Inquisitors, holding both of them in place at the same time. I cannot think of many things that would be more terrifying than being literally immobilized by one of the most evil beings in the galaxy. One thing that would be more terrifying though is Vader's ability to use Force Crush. This is one of the more insidious dark side abilities. Basically, the Force user uses the Force to exert pressure on someone or something. Kinda like Force Choke, but on steroids. Remember how I mentioned Force Choke just a second ago? Yeah, that's Vader's most iconic ability, so you knew it was going to be on this list. Throughout the original Star Wars trilogy, Vader used Force Choke often as a means of intimidation, punishment, and execution. Of all Vader's many Force abilities, Force Choke is perhaps the most synonymous with the Sith Lord. Here's something that pretty much every Force user can do, but we don't often think about Vader doing. Force Speed and Force Strength. Basically, Vader can use the Force to augment his speed and strength, though the latter is more commonly improved by Vader rather than the former. Regardless, this ability was showcased in the novel Star Wars Lords of the Sith, written by Paul S. Kemp. Speaking of basic abilities, Force Jump is something that we pretty commonly see Force users doing. We even saw Anakin do it a few times in the prequels. Basically, he just uses the Force to allow himself to jump higher. It's incredibly useful, but not exactly flashy. If someone has the ability to use telekinesis, it's only natural to expect that they can also read minds, which of course Vader can do. Digging into someone's brain and pulling out their secrets comes naturally to the Dark Lord of the Sith, who most famously uses power during the films when he taunted Luke in Return of the Jedi with the knowledge that he has a sister. Finally, we have one of the craziest abilities Vader has ever used. Force Reanimation. While not able to actually bring the dead back to life, Vader had used this ability on the Grand Inquisitor from Star Wars Rebels. In the Star Wars Marvel Comics series, a Jedi temple on the planet of Temps was introduced in issue number 6. This temple featured a Sith Guardian in the form of the Grand Inquisitor's spirit. It was revealed that rather than allow his spirit to pass on from the mortal realm, Vader reanimated the Grand Inquisitor's spirit and used it as a kind of servant of the Sith. If you could have any Force power from the Star Wars universe, what would it be? I personally would probably go with Force Speed. It would be so helpful whenever I'm trying to get somewhere. Gotta grab coffee? Just run there. Really, really fast. You can't tell me that wouldn't be handy.